friends, welcome back to the ranch. My name is Amanda if you're new. Hello. So today we're going to do a garden tour. Oh guys, it's been a couple weeks since I did a garden tour. Life has just been busy and we have some good things going, some not so good things going. I think one of the chickens just pecked me. They think I've got stuff in my hands, so they think they're gonna get something. Anyway, let's get to the greenhouse and we'll talk about it. Okay, welcome to the greenhouse. It has been a couple weeks since I posted a garden tour, and like I said, we got some good things going. We got some not so great things going. Got a lot of things I'm going to do today. I might film another video because we're getting our outside chicken brooder ready. We've got some meat chickens going, and we had baby chicks hatched, layer chicks hatched right at a week ago. So they're a week, and so they are getting pretty big. I'll show you a picture. So they're getting big and they need to be outside, but the reason they're inside right now is because we have some pretty cold days, like 29, 28 degree overnight temperatures. We do have like heat lamps and stuff on them, but it's pretty drafty, our brooder. So we're going to be working on that later today. You'll probably see that in an upcoming video, but we're going to be working on that later today to get all of that kind of sealed up a little bit better, where we have ventilation but not so drafty, and they'll be going outside. But right now, the last couple days, like I said, it's going to be like 29, really cold, so they're going to be inside. But by the time we get our meat chicks, it should be back a little bit warmer overnight. So anyway, it's a garden tour, so let's stop talking about chickens, although they are probably my favorite thing to talk about, and talk about plants. And let's talk the good, the bad, the ugly. What's happening? Okay, so here, it is not 107 in here. That thing, it sits in the sun, and I don't know if it absorbs heat, but it is not actually that hot in here. I need to put it in the shade. It's probably 70, 75 degrees or so. Probably in the 70s. That's probably what it is. Okay, so let's talk. We got a lot of things going on, but let's start with the bad, and we'll just get that out of the way and we'll go to the good. So we are restarting our pepper seeds again for the third time. Okay, what happened? All right, the first time we started seeds, everything was going well. They were about to this size or whatever, and that is when we had the disastrous greenhouse incident where the whole greenhouse flipped over in a massive storm. Okay, then a couple weeks later, again, I'd restarted my seeds. Everything was looking about this size, bigger. Everything was going good. And then I was gone for a few days for a work trip. And my sweet husband came in here and he was like, oh, it's going to get a little bit chillier, but it was still warm enough for them to stay inside. So what did he decide to do? He decided to put the plastic dome back on them, these things back on them. Well, the temperature raised. It got super hot. It was like 100 and some degrees. It was actually 100 and some degrees in the greenhouse, and it killed all my plants. He was trying, but nonetheless, I had a couple that survived, and I replanted them, not very many, in these little pots. So I planted them a little bit deeper, so you can see that they're starting to grow their true leaves. They've got their second set of leaves going on, so that's good. But that is why we replanted again. So this time around, so it was interesting enough, last time around the cayennes and the jalapenos germinated really well. The ghost peppers and the Carolina Reapers did not. This time around, it is the opposite. The ghost peppers and the Carolina Reapers have all germinated. I did go ahead and take the humidity dome off. I used some really old seeds that I didn't think had actually been kept at a good time. They'd just been stored in the building, right? So they hadn't been stored really well. The seeds have gotten hot and cold and everything else, so I think that is affecting the germination. We do have a few. I'm gonna replant some more, so that'll be fine. I'm gonna start a bunch of seeds again today. So this is just what we have this week. Hopefully next week we'll have you know, 4 or 5 more trays, right? But anyway, so these are all of my bell peppers, and they are all doing pretty well. As you can see, almost every cell germinated. There was a couple that didn't. Some I had put in a couple extra seeds in. Some didn't. I do have some that, I don't know, I had left them out. I'm still experimenting with greenhouse temperatures and learning, so I had let them out. There's a couple that are kind of sad looking. So I don't know. We'll see how that affects everything going forward. We're still learning on that. These are our tomatoes. We did have to restart those when I think that was part of the greenhouse turning upside down episode. And they are, they're getting kind of leggy, so we're going to have to repot those, pot those pretty soon and thin those out. Our basil is coming up, and our parsley is finally starting to come out. That was one of the things that I didn't do really great. I didn't look real closely on the germination days with the parsley and the tomatoes. So the tomatoes were all up really far, and the parsley was not even germinated, but I had to take the humidity dome off. You know how that goes. So anyway, they're doing pretty good. These are all, I got tired of labeling, marigolds and zinnias. Zinnias. My mother-in-law calls them zinnies, so I have a habit of calling them zinnias just because that's what she calls them. But zinnias and marigolds. I did have a very beautiful pink variety that I had planted here. Again, those seeds were kind of old, and I haven't really had any germination on that. So we'll start again. But I do have one. But anyway, we do have some zinnias up and doing real well. And my marigolds are doing pretty well. I had also, when I got to here, I was out of the seeds that I'd planted here, and I replanted some of the pink ones that I had planted over here because I liked them so much. I was like, oh, I want some more of those. So I planted an entire row here, and they did not come up. So I know it's those seeds. Over here is a mixture of a few things. These are the saved pepper plants that got rescued. This is yes, these are some ghost peppers. So these I actually picked up at a local greenhouse. This was some Anaheims. I did not start any Anaheim peppers. I don't even know if I have Anaheim seeds, but I do like Anaheim. So these were real cheap. They're like $2 for 4 plants. So I just went ahead and picked up some of those. I picked up some thyme, and these are some jalapenos. I do have jalapenos, and I am growing them. But again, I knew my germination rate over there was pretty sad. I think we have, I don't know if that one really even made it, and one right there kinda coming up. So I am gonna grow some more, but just in case, I picked up 4 here. I do have some dill, and this is some Italian oregano. I also put, these were on clearance because they're so big, and I'm hoping to get my raised bed outside and get those in the ground today. But these are some lettuce that are getting real big. Again, $1 for 4, can't beat that. I also picked up a couple varieties of mint. I picked up some chocolate mint and some Indian mint, and I went ahead yesterday and got those all started in my bucket there. You always want to plant mint in a bucket because it is really invasive. So other than that, let's look. Lettuce plants are finally going pretty good over here. Again, I'm probably going to take those and put them outside of the greenhouse. The frost won't hurt them, but I am going to wait, I think, until a couple days from now. Like I said, the next couple days are going to be 28 degrees overnight. After that, we'll be better. Of course, again, the lettuce likes cold weather, so it would probably be fine, but I don't know. I'm just going to wait. Strawberry plants are starting to get a little green. I can see some new green there. These are the radishes that survived the tumbling of the greenhouse. This is also some strawberry plants. One's doing okay. Not a lot going on in there. These were some some things that were in the greenhouse. It took me a few days to find them after the greenhouse tumbled and everything was scattered everywhere. This broccoli plant isn't doing too bad, but the rest of this is just, I don't know. We're looking at it, but I don't know that it's gonna make it. These were the buckets that I had garlic planted in, and I honestly think that the freeze just killed them. I had overwintered garlic a couple years ago, did really well. They came back. Everything was really great. But they were in raised beds, but were not in tubs. I don't really see anything except weeds growing in there, so I'm not sure. Same thing in this bucket. We did get the main garden cleaned and tilled. There is a bucket in there, and I can probably walk out. Yeah, I can walk out now and get it. So what happened is we had a major windstorm a couple days ago. It's been really windy here, and it was so muddy, and so I had not been able to go and pick up that bucket. It's actually the quail water. It blew the quail water completely off. We've had a bowl for them to have water in the last few days. I said that water, or that windstorm was pretty terrible. I actually saw another local person on Facebook that had lost their greenhouse in it. I'll show you the flowers. We have some Easter lilies going on. This one's kind of cool. It's got different kinds of Easter lilies. So this area is kind of a mess right now. We've got some metal sheeting that we had out. We got some hay over there covered up. This is actually, I need to do a video explaining it, but years ago we actually lived on this property, years and years ago, and we had a house sitting here. We had a manufactured home. We sold that. Anyway, there is this large concrete pad here, and we plan to build a great big barn here in the future. But anyway, these Easter lilies, I do not believe I planted them, so they're not in the greatest spot. I think we rented out the property to a couple different people over the years, and I'm thinking they probably planted them, because I don't remember planting them. It is possible that I did. I just don't remember. So again, kind of long story short, we did live here, and we had a manufactured home. We weren't involved in any of the farming back then. We were busy with our careers, starting our careers, and then our careers took us across the state, and we moved. We rented out the manufactured home for several years. Didn't think we would ever be coming back, and then sold that manufactured home, and here we are. All right, let's look at the tires and the tulips. This was our sad tire that only had one little baby coming up the last time we met, and now we have 3. Okay, yeah. All right, so we'll take it. Got some work to do in that tire. This tire, oh my gosh, friends, I need to weed it. I got some grass growing up. I know we don't talk about the weeds here, right? But look, the tulips, my peony is coming up. I did plant that years ago when we lived here. Oh my gosh, these were the bulbs that I bought at clearance late last fall. It was after most people had already planted their tulips and everything, and I bought a bunch of just bulbs that were on clearance that were like $1 for the whole bag. I wasn't sure if they would come up. I wasn't sure. It does look like something broke or ate that one. I'm not sure. But yes, so many beautiful tulips. I do have 2 that is broken. Interesting. It could have been the chickens. Y'all, huh? I haven't seen them mess with it. That doesn't mean they couldn't have. Down here in this raised bed, we also have lots of things coming up. Now this one does have some damage. It does, this does not look like things chicken was done. This looks like something has nibbled on it. I don't know if it's a rabbit or what's going on, but hey, we do have some things going on. Got some tulips. I'm not sure what these are. Again, I planted tulips, hyacinth, and Easter lilies, I think is what I planted. But anyway, my dream is for eventually this big raised bed that's at the at the beginning of our driveway to just be full of flowers. We'll get there eventually. Hi friends, I'm Mocha. So that is everything for today that we have growing. It is getting to be that like really exciting and busy time. A lot of things are going to be in. I'm struggling with, you know, I feel like we've had lesson after lesson in patience, right? Over the last lots of years from just making this dream come true. And so I'm struggling with wanting like the anxiety of having all the systems in. Like I want in front of my greenhouse I have these dreams of this like cottage garden kind of area where I can sit in my patio furniture, and that was actually my parents'. I spent a lot of time, it's a metal set, we've had it for many years growing up, sitting at that patio set. And so sitting at that patio set here on my farm, right outside my greenhouse, right out where I can see my greenhouse, I can see my garden, I can see my barnyard, I can see my chickens, like, and just be surrounded by beautiful raised beds and flowers and just everything. I just am, I know that all of those projects take time, and I'm excited, and I just can't wait. I don't think any or all or any of those projects will really even get done this year. A lot of them will get started, but just knowing that that's what the future looks like is exciting to me, and I can't wait for garden season. It has been we were really cold. Now the last several days it has just been windy. We get some pretty extreme weather here in Missouri, and it's been pretty brutal with the wind. So I'm looking forward to be out in the garden, and yeah, a lot of exciting things to come. So stay around. I can't wait to share the journey with you and see. I mean, you've already seen our successes and failures and stumbles and lots more of, I'm sure, all of those coming up. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for spending time here at the ranch with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.